Hello everyone. We have some very interesting statements of John Crew and Jared recently on Star Citizen Live and inside Star Citizen.
So the big feature of the RSI Ursa Medevac is of course the medbed in the back. It is a tier 3 medbed, and the way medbeds work in the game is changing. Tier 3 historically did not allow respawn on them. We're changing that to allow respawn, but at a much reduced distance from the vehicles.
Back then, which is about 4 years ago, their intention was for all medbeds to allow spawning, and just for some to be at this distance and some to be at this distance. That was their original intent. It didn't get in at the time.
Here we have a Twitter posting from the official Star Citizen channel on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. January 2020. Players can set their respawn location to the Cutlass Red, simply head onto the ship and choose the bed as your respawn, and should the player perish, they will respawn in there. Read more in Twinfinite's interview with John Crew. Giuseppe, can you provide an overview of thematical gameplay that will be available with the Cutlass Red at launch? John Crew. Second benefit is that players can set their respawn location to the Cutlass Red. Simply head onto the ship and choose the bed as your respawn location, and should the player perish, they will respawn there. And we have this, John Crew talking inside Star Citizen, January 2020.
And then the second is respawning, which you sort of access in a very similar way. You lie down on the bed, you set the medical beds to be your respawn point. And then at that point, if you die and the ship is still in a relative vicinity, you can respawn back to the ship, which is a big feature.
I don't understand why Jared and John Crew now pretend we never had respawning in Tier 3 medbeds. John, you should know, you answered the Twinfinite interview and you made a video back then. You talked about respawning in a Cutlass Red Tier 3 medbed in January 2020. Please, CRG, stick to the truth. We actually had respawning in Tier 3 medbeds, Cutlass Red, until 3.15 when CRG took it away. A single visit to the ship's medbay, whether injured or not, affords you the convenience of awakening there from then on should you flatline in the field. As long as the ship remains present and unharmed during your adventures, suffering any critical injuries will result in you awakening in the medbay, pulled back from the very brink of death. CRG never updated this page, but they took away the ability to respawn in Cutlass Red medbeds in 3.15. Please CRG, stick to the truth. Thank you very, very much. Many people use the Cutlass Red before 3.15 to have a mobile spawn point. I did quite a lot of small arms and armor tests inside the Cutlass Red because I could just respawn my second character back inside. Respawning in Tier 3 medbeds is now back. Question is for how long? Is this now permanent or is this now back just to sell medical Ursas, and will CRG take it away again? Would be very nice if we would get an official statement. I hope you found this interesting and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.